Vande Gurunam Charanarvinde Sandarashita Shvatma Sukhavabodhe Nishriyase Jangale Kayamane Samsara Halla Halla Mohashantiye Abapu Purushakaram Shankha Chakrasi Dharinam Sahasra Shivasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Beginning in Samastiti, inhale Ekam, exhale Dive, fold forward from the hips. Inhale Trini, halfway lift. Exhale Chatvari, lower to Chaturanga. Inhale Pancha, upward facing dog. And exhale Sat, downward facing dog. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Feeling the breath moving into the back of the throat. And listening to this rhythmic sound of the Ujjayi Pranayama. Exhaling completely, finding the bandhas. Bending the knees, looking forward. Stepping Sapta to halfway. Exhale Ashto, folding forward. Inhale Nava, rising all the way, arms above head. Exhale Dasha. Inhale Trini. Exhale Duve, soft knees, release the head. Inhale Trini, lengthen the spine. Exhale Chatvari, lower Chaturanga. Inhale Pancha, open chest. Exhale Shat, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Soften the knees, but allow the backs of the legs to be long. Soften between the shoulder blades. Allow the breath to move into the back of the heart. Bending the knees, finding the bandhas. Exhaling completely. Look forward, step or hop. Inhale, Sapta. Exhale, Ashto. Inhale, Nava. Extend the arms and exhale, Dasha. One more. Inhale, stretching to the sky. Exhale, softening to the earth. Inhale, rising chest away from thighs. Exhale, lightly hopping Chaturanga. Inhale, lengthening the front of the body. And exhale, lengthening back of body. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths. Looking forward, stepping or hopping. Inhale, exhale, release. Inhale all the way up and exhale, Samastiti. Surya Namaskara B. Inhale, bending the knees, scooping the floor, rising. And exhale, folding the body forward, Uttanasana. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, slowly down to Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Turn the left foot in, step the right foot forward. Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor, back heel lifts. Chaturanga. In to rise, upward facing. Out to downward facing. Turn right foot in, step left foot forward. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lift the back heel, drop the hips, lower to Chaturanga. Inhale and exhale. Taking 5 deep breaths. to allow the heart rate to slow, the breathing rate to even and steady out. Inhale, draw in Mula Bandha. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to front of the mat, rise halfway, and exhale, fold. Bend the back knees, Utkatasana, lift the chest, and exhale, arms by the sides, Samastiti. Inhale, Ekam. Exhale, Dve, folding the body. Inhale, Trini. Exhale, jumping or stepping. Chatapati, inhale, Pancha, rise, exhale, Shat. Inhale, Sapta, step right foot through. Exhale, Ashto, all the way down, Chaturanga. Inhale, Nava, upward facing. Exhale, Dasha, downward facing. Inhale, Ekadesha, left foot steps, rise up. Exhale, Dvadasha, Chaturanga. Inhale, Trayodasha, upward facing. Exhale, Chatodasha, downward facing. Deep breaths. Listen to the sound of the breath. Feel the inhale gently rise through the shoulder blades. The exhale softens you back towards the thighs. Inhale, Panchadasha to the front of the mat. Exhale, Shodasha, fold. Inhale, Shapta, Dasha, and exhale, Ashadasha. Inhale, bend the knees, scoop, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold the body, Uttanasana. Inhale, rise. Exhale, flow. Inhale long through the front of the body and exhale, rolling back, downward facing. Inhale, right foot steps. And exhale, hands to the floor. Body lowers in one straight line. Inhale, rise. And exhale, anchor. Other side, inhale, left foot steps. Rise. And exhale, hands meet the earth. Lower, steady. Inhale, rise. Pull up Mula Bandha. Exhale, press back, Uddiyana Bandha. Subtle hollowing through the belly. Deep breaths. And look forward, bend knees to the front of the mat. Inhale, to fold, exhale. Bending the knees, inhale and exhale. Samastiti. Moving into the standing sequence now. Hop the feet hip distance apart. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, take the two fingers around the big toes. Inhale halfway and exhale, folding forward. Padangusthasana. Keep the knees soft. Quadriceps drawing up. Allow the elbows to fall out to the sides as you gently draw yourself towards the thighs. Inhale. Take it a little bit deeper on the exhale. Inhale to halfway, and now we're taking the hands underneath the feet, palms face up. Exhale, folding the body forward, Padahastasana. 5 breaths here. Keep the elbows soft. Tailbone tilts up. The spine drops, folds. out of the hips. Inhale to halfway and exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, rise all the way up and exhale, feet together, Samasthiti. Inhale, we jump out to the right, keeping the eyes at the horizon. Turn the right toes, coming into Trikonasana. Folding over the right leg, taking hold of the big toe and extending the left arm to the sky. Both legs are long, with the front knee just a little soft. Feel the back hip rotating in and the underside of the body long. One more deep breath here. Inhale, rise all the way up, turn the feet, coming to the other side. Exhale, leaning over the leg, taking a hold of the big toe. Inhale, eyes up to the top thumb. Keep the torso leaning back, shoulder blades gently drawing together. Take one more breath. And then inhale, rising up, coming into Parivrtta Trikonasana, reversed. We take the left hand to the outside of the right foot, extending the other arm up, keeping the spine long, the hips squared, and just gently pressing into the ground through that left hand while the right hand stretches up towards the sky. Eyes down, inhale, rise up, and exhale, rotating the other way. Inhale into the rotation, 5 deep breaths. Keep the front knee as soft as you need to, but still working through an extended front leg. One more breath. Gaze down, inhale, rise up, and exhale, hop to the front of the mat. You can step if hopping's too much. Inhale, again to the right, feet a little wider this time for Utthita Pajvakonasana. Right knee bends, hand finds the outer edge of the right foot, and the left arm rotates above the head, creating that side angle. 5 breaths. Keep anchoring into the left foot, left leg is strong and long. Keep the right knee drawing out towards the right arm and gaze up to the top, hand, thumb. Inhale, rising all the way up, and exhale to the other side. Again, creating that line of energy from the back edge of the back foot to the fingertips of the top hand. Taking one last breath here. Inhaling, rising up, turning back over the right leg, coming into Parivrtta Pajvakonasana, a deep standing twist. Left arm on the outside of the right leg. The right arm sweeps overhead. If possible, drop the back foot to the ground, creating again that side angle. Energy presses back through the foot, stretches out through the top hand. Lift the back heel up. Inhale, rise. Exhale. Inhale, lift the hand and exhale into the twist on the other side. Really feeling into the squeeze of the belly, the rotation through the middle and upper back. Keeping the breath deep, sending the breath into the rib cage and the upper back. Lift the back heel up as you inhale, pick yourself up, turn to the side and exhale front of the mat. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, step or hop. Coming into Prasarita Padottanasana A, hands to the hips, inhale, rise through the heart, and exhale, fold. Hands find the earth, inhale halfway, and exhale, fold the body through the legs, making sure that the feet are parallel. Outer edges of the feet line up with the outer edges of the mat. The elbows draw in towards each other. The spine hangs long. One more deep breath here. Taking the next inhalation to rise halfway. Exhale, hands to hips, soften the knees. Inhale, rise all the way to stand, and exhale here. Inhale, stretch the arms out to the sides. Exhale, hands come back to the hips. Inhale, open chest, long spine. And exhale, folding forward. Prasarita Padottanasana B. The hands stay at the hips. And we use the hands to feel as if we are gently tilting the pelvis forward. Lower spine is long, sit bones lift and spread. Elbows drawing together. Allowing the body to fold into itself. Next inhale, rising all the way to stand. Exhale here. Inhale, arms come out, and as you exhale, take the hands behind the body, interlocking the fingers, opening chest. Deep inhale. Exhale, folding. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Pressing into the outer edges of the feet. Allow the hands to drop towards the floor, over the back of the head. Feeling the rotation at the shoulder joint. Shoulders roll forward. Legs are strong. Keep the breath moving deeply through the body. Inhale, slowly rising up. And exhale, taking the hands straight to the hips. Taking a deep breath in for our final Prasarita Padottanasana. Exhale, fold, grabbing 2 fingers to the big toes. Inhale halfway, and exhale, release. Elbows going out to the sides. Using the strength of the arms to draw the body in towards the thighs. Taking your deepest fold yet. One more deep, long breath. Use the next inhale to come up to halfway. Bring the hands to the hips. Exhale. And inhale, rise all the way up. Arms to the sides. Step or hop front of the mat. Stepping or hopping back to the right. Feet just a leg's length apart. Hands coming to reverse prayer behind the back, in between the shoulder blades. Turn over the right foot. Deep breath in. And exhale, fold over the straight right leg. Inhale, lift to halfway, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Parsvottanasana. Keep pressing into the back edge of the back foot and working on evening out through the hips by pressing the right hip back and rolling the left hip forward. Next inhale lifts us all the way up, keeping the hands where they are. Exhale, turn the other way. Inhale, prepare. And exhale, folding over the left leg. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, soften. Keeping the front knee bent just slightly to support through the knee joint. Drawing up through the knee, the quadricep. Take one more breath. And then use the inhalation to press into the feet, to rise the body up, turning to the side, arms opening, and stepping or hopping to front of mat. Bringing the weight into the left foot now, lifting the right leg up, and grabbing hold of the right big toe. Take a deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold the body forward over the leg. Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. If it's too much to take a hold of the toe, you can grab the back of the thigh. Take an inhale to lift, and as you exhale, open the leg out to the side, gazing over the left shoulder, so away from the leg. Uttita Pajvahastita. Inhaling back to center, exhaling, folding if possible, and then hands to hips, float the foot. Uttita Hasta Padangusthasana. 3, 2, and 1. Taking the other side, weight comes into the right foot. Inhale, lift the left leg up, grab the big toe, deep inhale to prepare, and as you exhale, folding the body over the leg. This is optional. Take one more deep breath here. And inhale, rise, straighten, and exhale, open the foot, the leg out to the side. Turning the gaze away from the leg, breathing 3 deep breaths, 2, keep anchoring through the supporting leg, and 1, gaze to center, leg comes to center, exhale, fold, optional, inhale, rise and float the foot, pointing the toes, lengthening the leg, rotating the thigh in, 3, 2, and 1. Stay facing where you are. I'm just turning here to show you this next posture, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. Inhale, lift the right foot up into half lotus if possible. Otherwise, just take the foot across the thigh if your knees or hips don't like half lotus. Don't force them into it. If you can, bind, take the same arm, right arm around the body, grabbing hold of the right big toe, and exhale, folding the body forward. You can also fold in the optional position, just having both hands on the ground. If you do have the lotus tucked in, then feel the heel gently drawing into the belly, releasing through the psoas. Inhaling, lifting to halfway, bending the knee on the exhale, softening, and inhale, rise. Just allowing yourself to stand for a moment, find the balance, and then release the foot down. Other side. Taking hold of that left foot, either in half lotus, taking the foot right up into the hip crease, or that optional position. Bind if possible, exhale, fold forward. Hand comes just to the outside of the supporting foot. Breathe deep, feel the belly moving with the breath into the foot. Inhale, lift to halfway, exhale, bend the knee, and inhale, rising up. Release both feet to the earth. Moving through a vinyasa here. Inhale, rise. Advahastasana, and exhale, fold, release, relax the neck, the jaw. Inhale, lift Ardha Uttanasana, and exhale, flow through your vinyasa. Find your breath. In and out. Coming straight back to the front of the mat, stepping or hopping, and straight into Utkatasana. So bend the knees, sweeping the floor, and letting the hips sink back. So we're only coming as deep as we can here while maintaining the lifted chest, squeezing the knees together, activating through the inner thighs, breathing 2 more breaths. And on the next exhale, fold into halfway and out through a vinyasa. Our final standing postures. Left foot turns in, right foot comes forward. Virabhadrasana, 1, inhale. If possible, bringing the hands together and the gaze up. If that's too much on your shoulders or your neck, just keep the hands to shoulder width and the gaze forward. Gaze comes to center and we turn the body all the way over the left leg, bending into the left knee, pressing back into the right foot, just gently squaring off the hips as much as the body will allow. Inhale, open into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, sink into that left leg, gazing over the left hand, left middle finger, softening the shoulders, lengthening through the lower spine. Take a deep breath. Inhale, straighten, and exhale, bend in the other way. Deep breath. And then we windmill the hands either side of the front foot. Inhale, and exhale back through Vinyasa, Chaturanga, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Making our way back up to the top of the mat, inhaling to halfway, exhale to fold and then rise, just allowing the arms to stay beside the body, Samastiti. Moving through a vinyasa to take us to the seated sequence. Inhale, rise, and exhale, fold. Inhale to halfway, exhale, vinyasa. Looking through the hands, taking hands on blocks if you have them or if you need to. We're going to jump through to sitting, so bend the knees deeply, look forward, cross the legs and sweep them through to Dandasana, the beginning of the seated primary series. Activate the legs really strongly, hands beside the body, arms long, neck long, spine long, and all three bandhas drawn in to Mula Bandha, Uddiyana and Janandara. Grabbing the big toes, taking an inhale and exhale, folding the body forward into Paschimottanasana. Keeping the knees as bent as you need so that the body can be in contact with the upper legs. Taking 5 deep breaths here. And then when you're ready, inhaling, rising up and taking your final grip, whether that's the outside edges of the feet or around the feet with fingers interlocked. Breathing deeply, closing the body inward for a moment. Inhaling to rise halfway, exhale, release hands behind the body with the fingers facing forward, Purvottanasana. Inhale, press through the feet, rise the hips, keeping the legs drawing together. And if their neck is all good, you can let the head drop back. Breathing into the throat, front of the body, and slowly exhale, hips down. Preparing to pick the body up and jump back, jump through, cross the legs over. Slowly walk them back and then land in Chaturanga. Inhale, rise halfway, and then exhale, press back. Coming back to sitting. Looking through the hands. Inhale, lift the hips, and exhale, land the body slowly, gently. Bringing the right foot over the leg, either into half lotus or across the leg, the same as the standing option. Taking the bind if possible, inhaling and exhaling, folding forward into Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. 5 deep breaths. Breathing length along the spine, down the back of the leg. Feeling the breath moving through the belly into the foot. Inhale, lift to halfway. Exhale, release. Inhale, drawing the left foot up. If you are in half lotus, making sure the knee is not lifting too high. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, fold. 5 breaths. The next inhalation lifts the chest halfway. Exhalation releases the legs, preparing to pick up, jump through. So crossing the legs, lifting the hips and lowering on the exhalation. Inhale through the vinyasa. Exhale, find the bandhas. Look through the hands and hop the feet through to sitting. Pulling the right foot back, moving the calf muscle out of the way, taking hold of the left foot. Inhale, prepare, exhale, folding forward into Trayamukha Ekaparara Paschimottanasana. If this is too much on the knee, then just come to a normal Janu Shirsasana with the foot resting on the inside of the inner thigh. Trying to even off through both hips. Take your last deep breath. And then inhale to halfway, exhale, release. So traditionally we jump through between sides, but today we're just going to jump through between postures. Taking hold of the other foot. Options of the hold are just to grab the outer edge of the foot or to bind by taking a hold of the right wrist. Breathing deep, counting through the 5 breaths. And inhaling, lifting to halfway, exhaling, releasing the leg. Inhaling, picking up the feet, the hips, and exhaling to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, Adho Mukha. Bend the knees. Inhale, jump through. Janu Shirsasana A. So right foot rests to the inner thigh of the left leg. And again, there's an inhalation to halfway prep and then an exhalation to fold. Taking foot or bind, counting through the 5 deep breaths. On the 6th inhalation, rise the chest. Exhalation, release. Straight to the other side. Inhale, gaze between the eyebrows, and exhale, fold. Gazing through to the tip of the nose. Counting through the 5 deep breaths. And on the 6th inhalation, rising, looking between the eyebrows, exhale, release. Hands to floor or blocks. Inhale, pick it up, push into the hands, exhale, bend the elbows. In and out. Inhale, coming through for Janu Shirsasana B. So taking the foot with the toes pointing straight ahead, we lift ourselves to sit on the heel of the right foot. Taking hold of the left foot into halfway and exhale to fold. 5 deep breaths. Trying to square off the hips, drawing the left hip back, the right hip forward. Evenly folding the body over the thigh. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, release. Taking the body to sit on the left heel. And really feeling the heel into the perineum. Feeling the connection into Mula Bandha. Rising the energy up through Mula Bandha, especially on the inhalation. Next inhale, lifting to halfway, gaze between the eyebrows, exhale. Unravel, preparing. Inhale, pick up. Exhale, jump back. Inhale, lengthen, open, and exhale. Anchor. Hopping back through for Janu Shirsasana C. This is a really challenging posture. Give it a go. We try to Externally rotate the hip so the right hip rolls out and the right heel points up with the toes pointing down. You might want to stay upright for this pose, or you could try folding forward just really slowly, really gently. If there's any pressure felt on the knee, just come back to that Janu Sirsasana A. Releasing and coming into the other side. Gently rotating through the hip, turning the toes down, the heel up. Again, staying with the hands behind you to lengthen and lift the spine, or inhale, prepare, and exhale. You can begin to fold forward gently from the hips. Take a couple of deep breaths. Inhale, gaze up, and exhale, release. Pick up, jump through, feel the heat and the energy build through these vinyasas. This heat and energy building into our tapas, doing the work, building the heat to burn away the toxins. Coming into Marichyasana A, so you've got the option here to use a strap if you can't quite reach the hands to make the bind. So we keep the left leg long, bend up the right knee and take the foot just onto the outside of the hip. Make sure the foot's pointing straight ahead. Reach the right arm around, the left arm back behind. Inhale, lift to halfway and exhale, fold. Taking 5 deep breaths here. Really drawing the thigh, the knee in towards the body, hugging it in to feel a deep stretch through the hip and the groin. Inhale, keep the bind, look up, and exhale, release to the other side. Again, toes point straight ahead, reach way forward, down to bind, inhale, look up, and exhale, fold. Folding over the extended leg, just letting the upper body relax, release over that leg. Next, inhale, start to lift the chest with the bind. Exhale, release the bind, hands to the floor for the vinyasa. Inhale, cross the legs, really draw the feet in, and then exhale to flow. Each time we come through the vinyasa, it's like a counterbalance for the forward folds. Each time we come into Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, we counterbalance. Marichyasana B, so ultimately we have the left foot in lotus, but if that's too much on your knee, please just take it underneath instead. Again, the knee shouldn't be too high. Right foot comes in, we reach forward, reach around, hand to hand, bind, or using the strap. Inhale to prepare, and then exhale, starting to fold the body and twisting and squeezing into this deep knot-like shape. Just stay with the count of the breaths. Stay with the even in and out breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release, unravel the legs. Taking the right foot into half lotus, left knee bends, reaching forward and creating the bind. Inhale to open the chest and really stretch and expand, and exhale to fold. Each exhale allows you to drop forward slightly further. The inhale will lift you up a little. Just let the breath move through you. Inhale, exhale, release. Picking up, jumping back, jumping through vinyasa. Look way forward of the hands, bend and lift the hips as high as you can to get the feet through. And then Marichyasana C, Right knee bends and we fold, we twist towards the right, either just keeping that arm on the outside of the leg or creating the bind. Again, quite a challenging bind, so if you need the strap here, please use the strap. Take 5 deep breaths, allowing the breath to move through the back of the ribs, the side of the ribs, keeping the spine long. And inhale, turn the eyes to center. Exhale, release the leg. Inhale, bend, lift, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Optional staying here or taking the bind if your shoulders will allow it. Squeezing into the belly, stimulating into the digestive system. Each inhale lengthens the spine, each exhale twists. Inhale, gaze to center, exhale, release. Vinyasa. Pick up, push into the earth, and move and flow through the body. Again, bend the knees, lift the hips really high so the feet can glide or shuffle or walk through. Marichyasana D, a really challenging posture. So you've got those two options with the feet there. You can either have it tucked underneath, or full variation is left foot into half lotus. I use a bind unless I have my teacher there to help me. To the left, we twist towards the right, left arm comes across the right leg, and we reach that right arm back and around. Keep really anchoring into the right foot. Working on rotating through the spine, gazing back over that right shoulder. Take one more deep, full breath. And then inhale, turn to center, and exhale. Unravel yourself, come to the other side. Right foot tucks up either under or on top for half lotus. Left knee's bent, ankle and knee lining up with each other there. Starting to turn towards the left. Inhale, long spine, and exhale. Create the bind, find the twist. Deep breaths. One more. And start to soften the shoulders. Inhale, turn to center, and exhale, release. Moving through a vinyasa. Just imagine every vinyasa sort of helps us move beyond that previous pose and into the next one. Moving energy through and around the body. Releasing and unraveling. Bring the feet through and coming straight into Navasana. So not putting the feet down but stretching them out in front. It definitely helps to have some blocks here for this next posture. We take 5 breaths here. And then we cross the legs, hands come down, lift the knees, lift the feet. Maybe you have a little tuck through and straight back into Navasana. Breathe 5 breaths. Long legs, knees draw together, and you can keep the knees bent or lengthen the legs straight. Cross the legs the other way, so the other leg is on top. Lift up, maybe a little swing. And number 3, Navasana, 3 out of 5. Stay with me. Keep that Mula Bandha rising, Uddiyana Bandha rising, and really just allow the heat to rise. Cross over, push down, pick up. Sit down. Long spine, long chest. 5. Breathe 4. 3. Breathe 2. And one, cross, lift, and last one, I promise. Knees together. Rotate the thighs in towards each other. Stay low with the knees or lift high. Take 2 deep breaths. And this time we pick up, jump through, jump back, and have a big stretch in the upward facing dog. Really feel the length through the front of the hips. Open up through psoas, belly, and anchor back. So here we're going to come into Bhujapadasana. So we want to bring the feet around the hands, stepping or hopping the feet to about mat width apart. And this is, again, quite a challenging pose. We're sort of building up to reach a real peak here. So take a couple of breaths, bring the feet up and through, and you can stay in Malasana, a deep squat here, unless you're ready to challenge, and then you can come into a Bhujapadasana. So we want to take the legs around the arms, really getting the thighs as far over the shoulders as we can, hands behind, the feet lift and cross. Work here if this is enough, otherwise try to swing the feet through the hands and either rest on your chin, so chin to the floor, or on the crown of the head. Try not to rest too much weight on the head. The weight is in the core and in the hands. Breathe. Activate the core. Swing through. Maybe open the feet to transition back into a Bakasana and back to Vinyasa. Stay with me. We're going to come through similar position. So step or hop the feet nice and wide around the hands. And this time we're coming down into Kurmasana. So if you'd like to try the bind here, grab yourself a strap. Have it close to you. I like to have it on my right. I just gave myself a little moment here. You can too. And then we will thread back through again. And hands to the floor, sit the weight back, back, back. And then you take the hips down, the arms go out to the sides as the legs stretch forward. So we're aiming to soften the chest down towards the ground and rest the chin to the ground. If you can, lift up the legs for a few breaths, lift up the heels off the floor, pointing the toes. That just helps to get the chest down, open the upper back. So here we're working into the full variation of Supta Karmasana, but again, I'm just going to do it with the strap because I find it impossible to do without my teacher. So I grab the strap in my right hand, I throw it over, reach the hands back, and then my hands are reaching almost towards each other. Some of you might be able to bind the hands together. Then we walk the feet in. Ultimately, full variation is feet behind the head, crossed over. I'm not quite there. Breathing and just really going into your own little space here for a few more breaths. From here again, we want to pick up all the way up into Tiribhasana. So we push into the arms, we elongate the legs, shifting weight forward slightly, and then pull them around, move through Vinyasa. Exhale. Almost reached that peak. So let's pick up, jump through, come into sitting. And here we're coming into Garbhapindasana. So if your knees don't like coming to lotus, knees or ankles or hips, you can just come into cross leg and hold the outer edges of your feet like that. Otherwise, coming into full lotus and balancing, lifting the knees up, grabbing the outer edges, or the full variation is squeezing your hands through a little gap between your feet and your legs. You'll notice I'm finding it really difficult here because I need water. So usually we're really sweaty. I'm not so sweaty today. Or you have a water spray. And then you start to lift. The hands are actually in the full variation of the posture meant to come up and rest on your chin. And then we roll back and forth, rolling around the mat 9 times, back and forth and back and forth. Really just using the core to do this, coming all the way back to center, hands on the floor, lifting for 5, 4, 3, breathing, gazing up, and then releasing, hands out. So you can release the legs from here, or you can bring the hands forward, shift the weight forward onto the elbows, and jump the feet back to release from that lotus posture. Take a deep breath in dog, and then make your way back up to the top of the mat. I'm just releasing my pants down here. If you're coming into that full variation, then I always roll my pants up to get a better slip through. There's a little tip. Coming up, jumping through, preparing for Baddha Konasana. Soles of the feet together, knees open, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, gently folding the body forward, tipping forward from the hips, keeping the spine really long. Breathing deeply and just allowing the body to cool and calm a little in these next couple of postures. Using the next inhalation to rise up, coming into Baddha Konasana B, we roll the body, so we roll and round through the spine without straining, pulling in through the belly and folding the head towards the feet. Keep opening through the knees. And really pull up through Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. Inhale, rising up. Just taking a couple of breaths here to find the length of the spine and all 3 bandhas, Mula, Uddiyana and Jalandhara. This finding of the bandhas will assist you in this next jump through, so really feel the energy rise up, pick up as you jump back, jump through and flow. Next inhalation picks you up to come back through to sitting at the front of the mat in Upavishta Konasana, so legs nice and wide, and you can keep the hands behind you as you fold forward, or traditionally grabbing a hold of the outer edges of the feet. As you exhale, fold the body forward from the hips, keeping the spine long, chest towards the floor. Take 3 more deep breaths here. Inhale, rising up, bringing the legs with you, grabbing outer edges of the feet and balancing for 5. Long spine 4. Looking up if you can, 3, 2. Gaze comes forward, legs come together, and Vinyasa. Pick up, jump through, exhale Chaturanga. Inhale Urdhva Mukha. Exhale Adho Mukha. Inhale, back through to lay the body down, bringing the legs back overhead. In Supta Konasana, feet wide. This time we grab a hold of the big toes. 5 breaths here. Making sure not to turn your head, keeping the back of the neck long. Preparing to roll up. You roll back a little bit, roll up, catch yourself for a breath, and then land the legs, land the feet, fold forward. Inhale, draw the knees together, pick up, and exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Coming back through for sitting as we lay the body down. Preparing for Supta Parangustasana. Inhale, draw the right leg up, grabbing the big toe. Exhale, and then inhale, lift the nose towards the knee, using the core muscles. Taking your 5 deep breaths. Inhale, release, and exhale, opening the leg out to the side, turning the gaze away from the leg, making sure that you're using the left hand to anchor through the left leg and dorsiflex the left foot. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, release to the floor, and then exhale, let the leg go. Inhale the other side, grab big toe. Exhale, lifting up. Lengthening the right arm along the right leg. Breathing deep Ujjayi breaths. Releasing head to floor, and exhale, opening leg to the side. Just taking your last couple of breaths here. And then turning to center, inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, release the head, and exhale, release the leg. Option here to pick up, jump back, jump through, or Chakrasana, which is a backward roll. Make sure you don't turn your head. Keep your chin tucked in, and then exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward. Exhale, back to downward. And hop the feet back through the hands, coming to sitting. And coming back to laying in Ubaya Parangustasana. So pull the legs overhead just like you would in plow. Grab a hold of the big toes, and on an inhalation, rock up. See if you can find your balance. Have another go. Inhale, rock up, find your balance. Lift the chest, lift the heart, lengthen the legs, take 5 deep breaths. Really feel the core muscles drawing in, the waist pulling in, the bandhas lifting up. And then release, hands to the floor, move through vinyasa. Back through the hands, laying the body all the way down. And this time taking a hold of the outer edges of the feet, coming into Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. So same thing, little rock. Find the balance, pull in the core as you start to lift up, and then this time draw the legs towards you, looking at the big toes or gazing up towards the ceiling. Breathe deep. Gaze up and then release the feet down, jumping back, vinyasa. And coming back through front of mat, laying the body down again, preparing for Setu Bandhasana. So I'm going to show you 2 variations. The first one is the way we have learnt it together, bending the knees, rolling the hips up, opening up through the chest, opening up through the whole front of the body. So feel free to stay with this option. If you want to try the traditional Ashtanga Setu Bandhasana, then bring the heels together, toes open, sort of like Charlie Chaplin feet. Press into the feet, keeping them open, and lift the hips. And then take the hands beside the ears and come to the crown of the head. We're working on bringing the legs to be really long and straight, pulling the inner thighs together, and perhaps releasing the hands to the shoulders. Only stay here for as long as you comfortably can, and then roll the body back down again. And take a moment to rest, and optional, pick up, jump back, jump through, or again that chakrasana. Inhale through chakrasana and exhale into chaturanga. Taking a couple of breaths. When you're ready, returning to the front of the mat for our full Urdhva Dhanurasanas. So feel free to stay with the bridge variation here. We're going to come through 3 Urdhva Dhanurasanas, but also feel free to come down at any point. So set the feet, hands by the ears, shoulders draw in. Inhale, pick the body up. Make the legs strong. Keep the knees gently drawing towards each other. The chest presses through the arms as the feet press into the floor. Take a couple more deep breaths. And then come to the crown of the head. Walk the hands a little closer back towards the feet. Perhaps the feet a little closer in towards the hands. Inhale, press up. 5 breaths. Deep breaths into chest, throat, expanding through front of body. Last breath. And then we'll do that one more time. Down to the head. Hands walk back. Inhale, push up. Opening up, expanding, front of body, front of heart. Final breath here. Slowly tuck the chin, lay the back of the head, the shoulders and the spine down. And just take a moment to breathe. Feel the body on the earth. Allow the breath to neutralize. And when you're ready, picking up and taking Paschimottanasana, but keeping the knees quite bent, so we're focusing on lengthening through the spine rather than the hamstrings. Taking 10 breaths here, and just allowing that feeling of stimulation to drop away a little as you turn the awareness within. Keep the shoulders gently sliding down the back, the neck soft. Inhale, look up to halfway. Exhale, release. Laying the body down, coming into Salamba Shavangasana. Shoulder stand, pick up the legs and take the hands to the back. Making the body nice and long and just feeling into the back of the neck, the back of the shoulders, the triceps. Take about 15 breaths here. Steady, smooth breaths, even rhythm of in and out breath. And either staring at the tip of the nose or you can look up to the belly button. Keep the legs working together, the thighs gently rotating in, and the hips draw towards the face while the feet move away from the face. Take last couple of breaths here. On the next exhale, let the legs drop back overhead. Release the hands, interlocking the fingers and just walking the shoulder blades together a little more. Halasana. Taking about 8 breaths in Halasana, keeping the backs of the legs nice and long. Once you've counted the 8 breaths, allow the knees to fold in towards the ears in Kanda Pindasana, Deaf Man's Pose. We close everything down, draw the awareness within. Inhale, extend the legs back up into Salamba Savangasana, and if you can do Lotus, pull the right foot in, the left leg over the top, Urdhva Padmasana, and if possible, bring the hands to the knees, arms long, using the core to balance. Next exhale, knees drawing towards the body, arms wrap around the outside of the legs. Pindasana. And releasing the hands to the floor, palms face down, slowly lowering the body down, keeping the lotus if possible. Lifting to open the chest, Matsyasana, dropping the crown of the head to the ground and grabbing the big toes if you've got lotus legs. Otherwise, just have the legs, feet together, knees open. Take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And from here, we keep the head, neck, chest where they are, but we open up through the legs, reach out through arms and legs in Uttana Padasana. One more breath, deep breath in through nose, out through mouth, and then releasing arms, legs, and lengthening out through the back of the neck. Once you've taken a few moments here, you can again choose to come into pick up, jump through, or Chakrasana, inhale, Chaturanga, exhale. Lowering the body to the floor in preparation of Shirsasana. So if you don't feel like doing a headstand today, you can stay in Balasana. Sorting yourself out and then finding the floor, crown of the head to the floor. Hands wrap around the back of the head and slowly walking the feet in, floating the legs up. And taking anywhere from 20 to 30 breaths here. Keep pressing really strongly into the floor with the forearms, allowing the head to float up off the floor if possible. And you can either dorsiflex the feet or point through the toes, just keeping the legs really active and long, and focusing In on your breath, your count. Optional here, you can bring the legs down to halfway, take 5 breaths, finding the bandhas, stretching the legs, pointing the toes one way, the hips the other way. Inhale, pick the legs up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And do that a couple more times. Before finally lowering the legs slowly with control all the way down to the mat and resting in Balasana. Just let all sensation drop away from the neck, the upper back, the shoulders. And when you're ready to come up, then stretch the arms out in front of you, come into a vinyasa, and making your way back up to the top of the mat. So to complete the practice, we come into Padmasana, lotus. But if that's not available to you, simply find Sukhasana, an easy cross-legged position. If you can do lotus, bring right foot in first, then left. And then we wrap our arms around behind us, either grabbing the big toes of lotus or grabbing a hold of the elbows. Take a deep breath in, exhale, fold forward, Baddha Padmasana or Yoga Mudra. True deep surrender, 5 breaths. Ishvara Pranidhanaha. Surrender to the divine. Next, inhale, rise up, looking up, and exhale, release into either a comfortable position or remaining in Padmasana for some pranayama. Just taking 10 deep, even breaths, steadying out the in and out breath, concentrating, developing that one-pointed focus on in-breath, out-breath, repeat. Taking one last breath here. And then bringing the hands to the heart in recognition to the practice, the system, the process of yoga. Swasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena magena mahi mahishaha ko brahmanebhyaha shivamastu nityam lokaha samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Placing the hands beside the body for the final asana of Utpluti. Press down to the earth, lift the body up, gazing up. 8, breathe. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, relax. Feel the body meet the earth. The earth almost rises up to meet the body, and the full weight of the self rests